State's Oracle Arena. We'll see Los Angeles facing the Golden State Warriors. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Pierce. Chris Paul is out there with Griffin. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Jordan in at the 3 slot. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
That's good. And here is Los Angeles now. 6-point game. Redick with it, fires the 3. Curry with the steal. And now just over a minute played here in the first. That 3 off the mark. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Left side, Jordan. Lets it go. And again, no good by the Clippers. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Thompson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Dishes it to Barnes. Green, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Now here's Barnes following the shot by Chris Paul. The feed to Bogut. Paul against Curry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And for Thompson, his 3-pointer was his calling card early on, but I love the way he's expanded his game every season. He's become a very good defender and broadened his offensive game as well.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Curry with the 3. Griffin grabs the board.
You know, and speaking of Thompson expanding his game, he's also come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet early on, but he has gotten more and more comfortable in the league and becoming more outspoken.
Again, Curry missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here is Bogut. Over in the corner, Barnes. Outside Curry. And the jumper is on the mark.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Clippers trail by 8. Redick passes to Paul. And it's sent back by Bogut. Outside Curry. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Curry's got 5 now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Some changes for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Green. Clippers trail by 11. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim. And he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Smith kicks to Crawford. Shoots the 3. No good. Good D by Thompson.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Aldridge with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Aldridge, no good.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Iguodala kicks to Barnes. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And it's Golden State's ball. This run now up to 13-2. For 3. Excellent defense there from Smith. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. But they'll get another chance. Tries yet again. Rivers can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 11. And here is Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Thompson. Ezeli comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. The 3 from Stevenson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Here is Livingston. Smith with some nice D.
The defense ready for him on that.
And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands heat.
Not really a big scorer for.
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively. And really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Austin Rivers is out there with Crawford. Then it's Smith. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Aldridge in at the 5 down low.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Lance Stevenson. First personal foul, team's first.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
The lead they have is a result of how they've taken care of the ball, guys. I mean, that's only their first turnover.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Warriors leading by 11. Outside Curry. Ring shot on the way. And the shot no good, a bit short.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Curry against Rivers. Shot on the wing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Cole Aldridge.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, his signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. He kicks to Curry. Takes the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Griffin dishes to Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Such a wide open look.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And here's Barnes for three. Another three for Golden State.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green with the ball. Barnes can't get it to go.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Here's Curry with the three. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
That's his first
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion. You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He has 15 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. To the inside, here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 21.
I really like the fire, the intensity that they're playing with now. They got off to a tough start there in the first quarter. They didn't shoot it particularly well, but they've played through it. They've been able to stick with it, and that, to me, that shows their resilience.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Curry passes to Bogut. A three ball. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Inside, it's deflected. Paul with the 3. They get it again. Second chance shot, and Jordan with the layup.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg. You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
5 on the clock. Iguodala. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Clippers trail by 18.
jump ball call.
And here are the Clippers now. Here's Redick. Makes it off the glass.
JJ Redick.
There's 1:38 left now here in the second. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And it's Paul missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Paul Pierce.
Redick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He was engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
And Pierce, here we go. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Draymond Green. Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jump over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for a good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreamed of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. Iguodala, no good. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run right now, and Jordan has it in the corner. Beyond the arc, that drops. Jordan's got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Here is Livingston. Here's Spates. It's good from about 19 feet. Spates has got his second basket of the game. And so that brings the first half.
Thank you, Kip.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are leading by 12. Your opinion, Shaq? That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' 5. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And he makes all 3.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
Redick with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. From deep three-point range, the shot by Redick, no good. Warriors leading by 17.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Now Curry. He's got 16. Here's Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Warriors lead by 17.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark, was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
They get the rebound. Here's Barnes, and it's blocked by Jordan. Lets it go from deep. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 17. Redick with the 3. Good. Redick's got 7.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run, has nothing left to prove in the NBA, and I would say of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you know, you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey, but you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career, and also for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game. If you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
So for the Clippers, Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Pierce. Johnson comes in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Curry kicks to Green. And the Warriors miss again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Aldrich can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors leading by 14. Thompson inside the line. Nails the wide open jump shot. Thompson's got 6.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
There's Crawford with the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Barnes with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Barnes dishes to Bogut. Barnes kicks to Curry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 18 points for him.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Curry with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Thompson with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
From the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Griffin's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Well, it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Stevenson with it. Barbosa picks him up. Shot to stop the run. And the Clippers miss again.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
But they get it back. Smith kicks to Jordan. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got his first points in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
The Clippers have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
First personal foul at the line.
And the first one drops.
At the line for 2.
And so he hits both. Six seconds left in the third quarter. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. It could go, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Golden State ball.
Here's Iguodala.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So it's the Warriors now taking a look at Los Angeles. Smith out there with Jordan. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Wilcox in at the 2 guard. Livingston poked away, stolen by Stevenson. Passes it to Wilcox. That's a 2 from Smith, and he hits the jump shot.
Assist goes to
Smith's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Los Angeles. So it's the Warriors now. Barbosa for 3, no good. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for the Clippers. Johnson comes in for Wilcox. Johnson, the pass to Stevenson. Smith for 3, and he gets it to go. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Called the Warriors. And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. The Clippers also changing it up. Griffin's checked in for Smith. Crawford comes in for Lance Stevenson, and Chris Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
It's stolen by Johnson. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Paul with the ball. Griffin with it. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Griffin's shot is off. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Barnes kicks to Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 21.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
The dish now to Johnson. The 10-footer. Here's Griffin. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Shot's good.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Thompson, he's checked in for Bogut. McAdoo comes in for Green, and it's Rush in for Harrison Barnes. From about 19 feet, Warriors the rebound. Thompson outside. The three. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Again, Curry missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Clippers moving the ball around. Deep 2 from Crawford. The Clippers keep it alive. Curry with the steal. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. Pierce is checked in.
Second person, first team. Now into the lineup for the Clippers. Paul Pierce.
Here's Curry. And the shot is long. The Clippers shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Another miss by Curry.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Kicks it to Pierce. And stolen by McAdoo. On its way from Curry for 2. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Now the pass to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Pierce. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Clippers. Lance Stevenson comes in for Jamal Crawford. Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for James Michael McAdoo. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Regione's checked in. And a wide open look for Iguodala. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Offensive rebound, another shot, and the rejection by Ezeli. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Stevenson. For three, Barbosa. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers have possession. Stolen. And it's Pablo Prigioni with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Livingston. From outside, off the mark. Johnson outside. Aldridge dishes to Stevenson. Pulls it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.